In this video, we're going to demonstrate the tight integrations within the NetSuite system, encompassing e-commerce, financials, and CRM. To start the demonstration, let's consider the following situation. Your website has the ability to allow prospects to request more information from your company. To do that, they simply fill out some required information, first and last name, the company that they work for, a phone number to be reached at least what state they're calling from. The address information, postcode, email, etc. are all optional. After capturing that information, your potential new customer will submit that in through the CRM portion of NetSuite. Once that information has been received, your prospect will be returned to your web page. Let's switch over into NetSuite now and pick up at the sales rep's role. For your sales rep, they start with a dashboard view of their current situation. Logged in as the sales rep, across the top of their system, they have access to their home page, drop downs for activities, leads, their customers, forecasts that they might be working on, reports, etc. I'm going to concentrate on the home page today. The home page is laid out to provide as much information as possible to the sales rep to allow them to do their job as efficiently as they can. This includes windows that are designed to show them shortcuts to the different activities they work on a regular basis, reminders that the system can generate or other users can submit to facilitate getting work done efficiently, some graphical information detailing their current sales, how they stand compared to some of their other sales reps. This could include other information like their upcoming commissions. Over on the right-hand side, we have phone calls that they're scheduled to make, in this case following up on some overdue invoices. Above that, they're open estimates. These are opportunities that they're currently working on, along with expected close dates, who the customer might be, and what the dollar value is expected for the particular order that they're monitoring. Above that, key performance indicators, a quick snapshot of where they stand, their sales compared this month to last month, for example, or their estimated commission for the month so far. You'll notice that many of these values are underlined. These are drill backs. There's more information available, and by simply clicking on those, they'll see the additional details. As we're tracking our new prospect coming in from the website, I want to follow that as a new lead, and that'll show up here in the new leads today versus this week. Let's refresh this view. We can now see that there are 3 leads that have come in currently. We'll drill back on the current leads. When we click on the current leads, it'll open a summary for their lead source analysis detail. In this case, they've got 1 new lead coming in from the NECO. If I highlight that, I can drill back and see the details of the customer record. This is information that we pulled off of the web page through the CRM functionality and have now delivered that information directly to the sales rep. There's no additional typing or manual data entry involved because the system is truly integrated. In this case, they can see information about who the company is, address information, qualification. Is there a budget that's been approved for this particular piece, etc. What they're expecting for sales, if there's any workflow that's been called in, or any additional information that might be necessary. Going back to the Information tab, we can now use the drop-down menu, and having discussed the opportunity with our prospect, they'd like us to send them a quote. The information from the customer card gets transferred over to the quote form, and this can now be updated. If, for example, there's a job that this is going to relate to, a date that they want the quote. We'll have the quote dated on Monday the 5th. Underneath that, in the forecasting, we can see the status. They're currently at the proposal stage, our percentage of probability of close, and we'll use this in the pipeline report. The date that we expect the opportunity to close, maybe the end of the following week, and then underneath that, a detail for the items that this customer wants to be quoted on. I'll start to type in the first couple of letters of the item that we're looking at, in this case a technology item, and in particular they're interested in this Ramsey RF Sensed Switch Kit. When I select the item available, I first am indicated how many are currently available of this item within our warehouse. Again, that tight integration between the various components of NetSuite presents information to the sales rep immediately. In this case, they'd like to order a quantity of 2. And we can see the default price for this customer, $12.99 per switch, tax rate based upon their state of California, etc. This line then gets added to the quote, and the quote can now be saved into the system. After some further negotiation, we can take that confirmed quote and transform it immediately into a sales order. Again, there's no retyping or manual data entry required. I'll pull over the information about who's the customer, the terms of the deal, the date that we expect to deliver it to them. We can update the sales information, who's going to be the sales rep, etc. And you'll note that there's the capability here to drill back to the original quote. We're going to maintain that drill back capability throughout the system. Across the bottom of the window, we can see the items being purchased, along with tabs to indicate billing information, shipping information, approval of the quote, things of that nature. In this case, there are no changes that need to be made to the quote, so we can simply save that order. And the sales rep has completed his actions here. He gets a confirmation back that his transaction's been successfully saved, and he gets a read-only view of the order that's just been created. I'm going to switch roles now out of the sales rep role, and we'll move into the warehouse staff role. They have a different look and feel on their home page, but they have similar access to information. And just like the sales rep, this takes a very horizontal view of how the system is going to be laid out. Activities, shipping, receiving, etc. At the top, we have a series of reminders. I'll refresh that reminder page. We have 72 orders in the warehouse that currently need to be fulfilled. And if we drill back on that link, we can see that the AnyCo order coming in from an online source is at the top of the list. We can now go through the pick, pack, and ship operation, indicate that we have fulfilled that order, and submit that into the NetSuite system. Warehouse Manager now gets confirmation that that's been done, and you can see that here as finished. In this particular sample company, invoicing is done by the controller, and I'll switch to his role next. Now, we had a very verticalized view of the company structure inside both the sales rep role and the warehouse role. With the controller role, we're now starting to see a more horizontal view of the company. So not only does he have access to customer information, but he can also see vendor information, open purchase orders, accounts payable, etc., payroll and human resources, financial. His reminders include 55 sales orders that need to be billed, and we can always refresh that view and then drill back on the sales orders that need to be fulfilled. At the very top, we have our AnyCo. We can mark that this is now ready to be invoiced, and then submit that invoice into the system. To complete our demonstration of this process, I'm going to switch to one more role, and we'll take a look at the senior executive. Senior executives are presented with a variety of information, much of it graphical. What are my top 5 customers by profitability? What's my current KPI for sales this month versus last month, etc. In the key performance indicators, they have the ability to view information as it relates to new leads, quotas, payables, receivables, etc. In this case, I want to drill back on the sales link and take a look at the current sales for the month. This presents a list of all the customers that have completed business transactions with the organization this month, and we would be able to see here a variety of information, including the ability to drill back on any one of these customers and see a more detailed view of that information. So I can drill back on Big 5 Sporting Goods and see all the invoices that they've created. In this demo, we wanted to illustrate the integration capabilities inside the NetSuite product. Whether it's CRM, warehouse management, or financials, all of the employees are working in a common interface, accessing a single database, and are minimizing the amount of data entry that has to be done. That integration allows information to flow from one user to the next in a seamless manner. Thanks for watching the video, and please contact www.abouttmc for more information.